Hey, everybody. Happy Friday. Welcome to the Monica Kelly Show. This is episode number 6, according to Jesse. I try to keep up, but I'm not good at that. And today I have some special guests in the studio with me. I have this wonderful, amazing lady that I met before I got into real estate. And we have just kind of been hanging with each other for 5 years. And we just met each other face to face in September.
Yep.
Yes, for your birthday. That's right. For your birthday. And then I've heard all about her husband and her family. And so I'm so excited to have them in the studio today. So I have with me Mr. Corey Lewis.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for having us.
And his fabulous bride, Miss Rosemary Lewis, our real estate bestie.
Hey.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you, bestie?
Good. You look so pretty. You
You
always
do
have
too.
on pink. And you look handsome.
Thank you very much.
Walking by her side. I like it. So today I have them in studio and we are just going to talk about a number of things today. Like I already told everybody, we're probably going to go greater than 30 minutes because I'm so intrigued with y'all's story.
Aw.
And every time you do something, I hear bits and pieces of the story from Chicago to DFW to this, to that. And I'm like, ooh, I know there has to be more. So as much as you want to share with us today, share it. So I'll let you start with introducing yourself and tell us a little bit about how you got started in real estate. And I think it goes back to your husband saying you need to quit teaching and sell houses, basically.
Kind of, sort of.
All right.
Okay, so a little bit. I don't know. Should I go? You want to
Go for it.
tell the story? Okay.
I'm
I
sure I'll
normally,
jump
I normally talk too much. So I am Rosemary Lewis, also known as your real estate bestie. So if you don't have a real estate bestie, if you feel like you are doing business by yourself, you are not anymore. So we have a whole community. But I have been in real estate full time because this is my second rodeo. Most people don't know that.
That's the first.
I got punked out of the business in the recession. What was that, like 2007, 2008?
2008.
But I was an elementary school teacher for 14 years. And the short story is that my husband, who was my boyfriend, then he was my baby daddy, he always was entrepreneurial. And for years, that actually was my Achilles heel. I was risk averse. I didn't want to do anything entrepreneurial. I thought I was raised like you just go to school, you get a good job, you retire. I wanted a man who would, go have a dependable check where we could go on a couple road trips to Mississippi a couple of times a year. And that was it. But as fate would have it, when I met Corey from the very beginning, that was the opposite of what he wanted.
Yes.
And I just thought, I had all of these jacked up mindset things about people who desire wealth and all that stuff. So fast forward though, he has always been in real estate even before we got married. You got into real estate in
2000.
In the year 2000. We had a son before we were married. And right when we had our son, he decided to quit his job and start flipping. And he had the bright idea at the same time that I became a teacher that I should get my real estate license too. And this is what's important to note. Like, I did not want to do it.
Right.
It was something that he wanted me to do. And it really, the whole motivation was money. This was a way that he would save money on commissions. We would have some other different opportunities. So I did it part-time. And ironically, it makes me laugh because back then I would have friends. We were in our early 20s at the age of when our friends are starting to get married and, want to have houses. And this was back when subprime lending was going on. So it was like, what was it called? Stated
asset.
Yes.
Stated income, stated asset.
So pretty much if you had a pulse, you can get a house.
Right.
So my friends would come to me, like, I'm supposed to only be licensed to help Corey. They would come to me like, hey, I want to buy a house. I'm like, oh, it would get on my nerves. Like, oh, now I got to spend my whole Saturday riding him around. Oh, I cannot stand this. Like, oh.
That's true. You hate it.
I hated it. I did not want to give up my time because I just wanted to be a teacher. So ended up, there was a recession. Corey's flipping went not through the roof, in the pit.
Yeah, it was terrible.
We foreclosed several of his properties. I got out of the business and I was thinking, great, now we can just get regular jobs.
Right.
Like, I let him get the itch out and that was it. That's not what happened. I'll let him tell his part. But fast forward to, we decided to relocate to Dallas-Fort Worth in 2014. did not know a soul here.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, we knew one girl.
Wow.
And we aren't, what's funny is, as large as our community is right now, she isn't even a part of it. So that just shows that there was no depth. Like, we just really, even before we really had a great relationship with God, we felt a pull to come here.
Right.
And we relocated in 2014. I was teaching in 2017. I literally felt like I heard God audibly say, go help. I knew exactly what that meant. Real estate was not on the table. I got my real estate license, and now we on a Monica Kelly show.
I love it. So what's your side of the story, sir?
That's about right. I mean, I started early. I started in 2008. I lost everything, 7 houses and a lot of money. I opened up a barber school September 1st, 2009. That was for if anything ever went wrong again, that was my backup plan.
Right. Let me stop you right there. Okay. He said he opened up a barber college. Right. At the time that he told me that he wanted to open up a barber college, we'd been together because we were married. Yeah. So we've been together for like 13, 14 years. I'm like, I've never even seen you cut hair. I don't know. You don't even brush your hair right? So again, another entrepreneurial thing where I'm like, this dude just won't stop. Okay, continue.
So a friend of mine, I went to his school, became friends with him. He taught me how to cut hair, get my instructors, and helped me find my location.
Wow.
Okay, which you took our mortgage money to pay for. Keep going.
Yeah.
See, I told y'all.
No,
I love them.
Right. She's not lying.
I love them.
So I found the building, but I had to put down a security deposit, first month rent, and I just took our mortgage money and just said, hey, I'm going to put it right here, right? Found out. Wasn't a great conversation to have, but it worked, right? 6 months I was in the green. And I still own the business right now. Going back to 2011, I got back into real estate.
Okay.
That was a problem because it was a big, the conditions took us out with in 08. Okay?
Right.
I just felt it. I went forward. And in 14, when we got here, I was flipping there. The problem is when we got here, it was just too much money.
Right.
I was lowballing on the MLS in Chicago, getting 2-3 houses a month. Didn't work here. I was getting outbid about 20,000-30,000 on everything down here.
Wow.
So market completely different.
Yeah. So I had to find a way to get off market properties, and that's really what I specialize in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So now this is funny, y'all. She a real estate agent, right? Are you your husband's real estate agent?
Oh, not at all. Absolutely
when
not.
I first heard her say that, I was like, oh no, we'd have to fight about this. But
absolutely
I understand.
Not.
Yeah.
He's probably a beast on the other side of the transaction. And to keep peace in the house, I'm certain that you was like, no, let me just give you somebody else.
Listen, let me tell you something. So I just recently, because I now have a team, and one of the young ladies on my team is his agent, his primary agent. And I remind her all the time, you can fire him. Like I was like, I don't like if it comes to you or him, like I don't want you to ever feel like you have to leave my team because of the pressure over here.
It's not a lot of pressure. I'm just pretty great. I make a lot of offers. I mean, I buy a lot of deals. I probably do 10, 12 deals a month. But you don't get them by writing 10 or 12 offers a month. You might have to write 40 offers a month. Yeah, right. So it's a lot of work. I love Tempest though. She's
shout
good
out
for
to
me.
Tempest.
Yeah. Well, let me say this: while you were in the restroom, he was like, "How's the Texarkana market?" And I'm like, "Your wife had already told me about you. I don't know if I can add another them to my list. Like y'all off the chain. Y'all are off the chain."
That's funny. Then, quite honestly, you have. So what's very interesting about our story, because people automatically assume that Corey and I work together, right? Even when you ask me how many doors I got, I'm like, let me ask them because I really don't know.
Right.
Because, and this is just crazy how God works, because what actually happened, I was at church one Sunday and my pastor was preaching about obedience, and we were, up until I got into the business, we were, it felt like we would take 10 steps forward and then 11 steps back. And we were here. Life was better. Our quality of life was better. I was teaching and I was loving it. But we knew that there was more to life. And God, I audibly heard him. My pastor was preaching about obedience. And listen, this is one thing y'all can learn about me. When you talk to me, Jesus is going to come out of my mouth.
That's right.
So my pastor was preaching about obedience, about how Abraham, if you know the story, Abraham was promised to be the father of nations. And these nations, like it was so long to see this promise fulfilled. Finally, he has Isaac. And it's like, okay, we see that the promise is going to be fulfilled. But then God says, sacrifice him. And my pastor preached about Abraham's immediate obedience. And I just really was thinking, like, where am I being disobedient? Because a lot of Corey's entrepreneurial efforts, he was always missing a skill set, which was mine. But I was always unwilling because I want to play it safe. I have insurance, all of these different things of me trying to play God in our situation, where I was unwilling to extend myself. But in that moment, I heard God say, go help.
Right.
And I got in the car that day.
I didn't say anything.
He didn't say anything. And I just looked at him and I said, I think I'm going to go get my real estate license. And this was not on the table. This was not something we talked about. And so he didn't say anything. And I was getting kind of like perturbed. Like, I'm finally like, you know how you have a whole argument in your head. Like, I'm finally the one. I like, he just don't appreciate nothing. Like, I'm finally, coming alongside him and he don't want to blah, blah, blah. Well, he couldn't say anything because he was afraid if he said something, I would change my mind. So when we literally got home from church, I'm like slamming pots, making chicken, upset. He brings me a computer. Where he registered me for classes at Champion.
Chess.
Right. Chess. He used my credit card, maxed it out to do it, but he did it, right? But I'm happy he did it, right?
I don't know if I use your card.
I know. I got a great memory.
Okay.
I know you use our card. Mine, ours, whatever.
That's funny.
But the funny thing is that we thought it would look completely different.
Yeah.
We thought that we would be like Mud and Jeff every day, leaving the house together.
She quit me on the first house we went to.
First house. Because he's an investor. Yeah. Tell me about that first house.
It was amazing. It was in the colony. 3-2 brick. They had a big old pet pig walking around the house. The pool was green. It was.
Listen.
I bought it and sold it in probably 72 hours.
We walked that house and there was a real live pig walking around and nobody, including him, was acting like it was a problem.
Pig.
I got in the car. I was like, oh, you got me
messed up.
I'm done. So that's when I realized that I was better suited on the traditional residential side and investments weren't for me. So, So we don't work together, but most people think we do.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. So tell me about the first property. Is that the first property you're talking about?
Oh, girl. So, what first property he picked up?
So did you start in Chicago, right? Okay. So tell me what's different between Chicago and DFW's market as far as bidding on houses, because it seems to me that you probably can just throw something out there in Chicago and it's not a whole lot of noise, but you bid here in Dallas, you have a lot of competition.
You have a lot of competition. The market is a lot faster.
Okay.
Texas is big. I buy throughout the state. As opposed to Chicago, I was just buying in Chicago. But I tell you this, though. I have amazing realtor relationships. I know y'all crack on me about my realtors, but my realtors love me, right? Because typically I get both sides of the deal.
Right.
I'm all cash. As long as the title's clear, I'm closing in 10, 12, 14 days, right?
Right.
So the difference then, the only way I can explain it is I was young, right? I didn't have the experience,
right,
or the relationships, money, whatever, however you want to put it. And now I'm in position to where, I give you a great example. I signed for a 14 unit yesterday. We recorded the call. Did you see it?
No.
Her response was just.
I was like, great.
She had no idea. I'm explaining. The funny thing is, with my assistant, I always explain how our business are different. But on my side, I kind of got to tell her later because I'm so excited in the beginning. And when I explain it in the beginning, it's kind of like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool, you know. But I have been working this deal for about a week now. And I said, let's record. Well, she said, let's record and get her reaction. And it was the same as it always is, you know.
It's like, yeah.
But it's a great deal. 14
doors yesterday.
14 doors, yeah.
What's a 14 unit? It's a unit.
Well,
like
a 14 unit building. There's 8 bays at the bottom. It's worth like $550. I got it for $325.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And the thing,
insane.
The thing that I think Corey has done differently here is he just decided it just kind of fell in your lap with a relationship. Like, you don't only have to buy in DFW.
Right,
you don't have to buy in Dallas. So he spreads out and buys all over the state of Texas.
Yeah.
And I think that's different. In Chicago, he concentrated on one particular area, and essentially he was buying the same house over and over and doing the same kind of like he had like 3, almost like a DR Horton. You want the gray one, the brown one, or the tan one,
right? Right.
So that's the way he was flipping when he was there. And here, you know, it's more wholesale, buy and hold, and flipping.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I love it. So Let me ask you this. Well, let me ask, which camera am I looking at, Jesse?
You are this one.
Okay. Thank you. All right. So I follow them on IG, and you don't know I follow you, but I follow you through Rosemary.
Okay.
So for Christmas, tell everybody what your kids got for Christmas, because I was like, Trent talking about he wants some Jordans and he want this and he want that, and then when I saw the letter, I was like, that is amazing.
Well, I'm gonna let him tell you. Yeah, it's your gift.
I'll set the stage. Our oldest son at 15 told us he didn't want to go to college.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to get in real estate.
Okay.
Great day for me, bad day for her.
I was like, oh, Lord have mercy.
The educator.
I was still a teacher.
Right, she was teaching, right? So it was just like the worst thing that he could have said. So we just talked about it during high school, and when he graduated, he came along, me on the business.
Mm-hmm.
So he's seen me buy and sell or hold hundreds and hundreds of houses. So my thing was, okay, I'm gonna give you the first one, which I bought. We renovated it, rented it out. Great, he was grateful for it. The crazy part about it is, about a month or two later, 6 houses down the street, somebody called me to buy that house.
Oh wow!
So I gave it to my youngest son.
Oh wow!
Okay, so now they both have houses on the same block. Pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
November came, I got a phone call. A guy was selling 2 houses side by side. I didn't really want to discuss it with her. So, I just, again, I worked the deal. I got 2 houses for $90,000.
Oh, wow.
Already rented. One of them was paying $775. The other
$90,000 each, right?
No.
Oh, I don't know.
No. I paid $45,000 a door.
Okay.
But again, this is why I don't just buy in DFW, because you can't find deals like this, right?
Right.
They were already tenant occupied. One's paying Section 8, $775. The other one is cash $725. Cash flowing from day one. Okay. I think we might have talked about it a day or two before, because we had to get the letter together, right? And I gifted them to the kids for Christmas.
That is insane. So put the camera on me. So listen, I'm telling you, they are the plug, okay? So anytime I'm in their presence, I'm just listening and I'm soaking it all up, and they don't even know it, but I'm listening. Like, we hadn't even talked about the retreat yet. So I just listen to them. And not only do I listen, I watch.
Yeah.
And let me go on to the retreat. But anyway, let me back up first. Buy your kids a house for Christmas, basically. That's what he's saying.
So what you saying? So
basically, I need to get my stuff together so Tyler and Trent, I can buy them a house for Christmas, maybe someday. We'll see. But let's move on to the retreat. So amazing. I mean, it was crazy just to watch you talk about this from your birthday in September. And I'm thinking, okay, it's just going to be like any typical other real estate conference or retreat is what I had in my head. But I got so much more. And I'm almost tearing up now.
Me too.
It's very emotional.
Oh.
It's very, even for me. And I sat back on the sideline and watched the whole,
But can I talk to your husband for a second?
Go ahead, girl. Go talk to him.
You did more than sit on the sideline. I seen you wipe other people's tears. I seen you cover your wife. I seen you pass out Kleenex to other people.
Yeah.
I seen your kids there helping. You don't find that. I have never been to a real estate conference, retreat, or anything where I have seen a husband cover his wife like that.
Thank you very much.
Never have I ever. And I mean that. I was married and with my kid's father for 23 years. What you did set you apart from any other man that I've seen. And I'm talking preachers I've seen as well.
Wow.
I have not seen them in the room with their wife. Not 1 day, 2 days. I don't know what happened before y'all got there. Because I know we can go, blows in relationships. But what I seen was something that I want to experience myself. So I want to tell you, because I already told her, but I want to tell you thank you, because you set the tone for all of us that was in that room. And I'm sure every woman can speak on that. Just the fact that you were there.
Thank you very much.
But you did so much more while you were there.
Yeah.
And she told me, or she told all of us, she was like, Corey was like, some kind of way you have to incorporate
worship.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And I mean, like, nobody thinks about that in real estate conferences. All they're thinking about is, okay, I have to tell them how to do the marketing. I have to tell them how to do this. I have to tell them how to do that. But nobody stops to talk about the person that's given us all the favor and all of the blessings. So I'm telling you straight up, thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.
And that's just amazing, girl, to have a man like that by your side. And I'm not going to say it's always peaches and cream because I know.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that you guys have always been in this space in your relationship. But to see it and to experience it, it was a blessing.
No, I appreciate that. And like it, but for the grace of God. And I'm going to talk about this without cry. Well, I don't know. I might cry. It is what it is.
Okay.
See what I'm talking about? He lets her cry. And I know he told you one time, shut up and stop being a punk and get out there.
He's like, man up.
Yeah, man up.
But he might cry. But like, honestly, like Corey and I, this is how, like, this is why at the retreat, let me just back up and say this. You know, people will look at you and they'll want to know how you are building a business and all of these different things. And I can give you every tip and every strategy and relationship builder. I can send you every email template. But if I don't tell you that the Lord, like the minute that I stop withholding my yes from God. The minute that I stopped trying to fix my husband and, you know, be the author and in control of my life, when I gave that unsurrendered yes, what I found on the other side was freedom. Right. And Corey and I, like, I met him when I was 15 years old. This is our 29th year together.
Yay!
It was raggedy AF for a long time, right?
Yeah.
Because we were both bullheaded, we both had ideas. Like, you know, you come into a relationship with trauma. So to know what God has done, first of all, in our hearts, right? And in having us surrender our hearts individually to Him, and then being able to every day just really work on loving each other well, and to see the overflow, it is absolutely mind-boggling. And it's funny, Corey and I played question games. This is probably when we became friends, because for a long time I didn't think he liked me.
I don't know why you always say that, but you do say that all the time.
Because you acting like you didn't like me. But anyway, because he's so like reserved, you know, he's so dang on cool. I'm like, dude, he don't like me. We married. Like, I don't know.
Right.
But we started this trend where we would play these question games, and we still did. We just did it the other day, where we'll like, now we'll go on Pinterest and look at like date night topics and talk like table talk, right? Who's your first grade teacher? What's this? What's that? And we got to know each other so well. So anywho, I think that from that, we just became friends. And one of like what you get to see in our relationship now is that we truly have become friends. We know how to have hard conversations from a place of love.
Right.
And it wasn't, and we're learning that, like, it's a learned behavior. And like the best thing that I think that we both have done for our marriage is individually seek therapy, individually seek healthy community. You know how people are like, don't have nobody in your business. We have 11 couples that get all up in our business, right? In our life group. But one of the, like, what y'all saw at the retreat was beautiful. But probably the best gift Corey ever gave me was my mom passed away in 2021. We were so close. And she was like his mom too. Knowing him since he was 17 years old. And I just felt a huge pull that I needed to eulogize her myself. And my uncle was my mother's pastor. And I asked him, I was like, I do not want to step over your toes, but I just feel very strongly that, you know, I need to do this for her. Right. So and my uncle was like, I think you and Corey should do it. And I'm like, no, we shouldn't.
Right.
And Corey didn't want to do it.
Right.
But fast forward, getting to the funeral, I go up to eulogize my mother. He stood next to me, like him and my son, they like stood there the entire time, like the covering, you know, and it was crazy because there are so many things that I get to do that I am the forward facing one in business. Like a lot of times people think I got him in real estate, but the way that he covers me, I know it's nobody but God, because I know that he and I did not come with that skill set, right? And I always tell him that I appreciate him, because even with the real estate bestie, I know that God is calling me out to share, you know, to share in an outward forum. And it takes a very strong man to share their wife with the world.
Yep.
And everybody cannot do that. And there was a point where we were not in a position to do that. So I'm just so grateful for just for how God has grown us, and to know that he is using our little raggedy broken marriage, right? And he is allowing us to now minister in the marketplace. I'm just like, listen, you can't tell me nothing about Jesus.
You sure can.
Because baby, okay, so that's it. That's all okay. I only cried a little bit. Okay, there we go.
That's okay. Now I'm off track. I'm off track. So, wow. I didn't expect for it to go there, but I like it. I'm telling you, I watch you guys. And when you talk about sharing, your wife shares a lot. A lot. Anytime I ask, hey, who I need my lashes done, I need this done, I need that done, whatever the case is. And I'm in Texarkana, so if I'm coming to DFW and there's something that I need, I always ask Rosemary. If it's something that I need in my business, hey, what do you think about this? You know, she will tell me, she's like, I don't think you should do that. And you know me, I'm bullheaded like y'all. I do it. And then I'm like, oh, Rosemary said I probably shouldn't have did it. And several people said that I shouldn't have done it, but I did it, and it was an experience. And lost my butt off. But you don't always win. And I want to look at the camera. You don't always win in real estate. It may look like we winning, but you do not always win. You take a lot of L's. On the investment side, on the buying side, on the back end, people take a lot of L's in real estate. And I called her and I was like, hey, I got a question about this. And I think you were going in, what's your favorite grocery store?
Oh, was it Costco?
That's it, Costco. Because, you know, we just got a cash saver back home.
Oh, cash saver.
Yeah, we got a cash saver. I will. We just got little small grocery stores back home. And see, I'm from
They probably don't even have Apple Pay. They got Apple Pay?
I don't think so.
Oh, I would be.
See, I don't know how to work Apple Pay.
Okay. You know what? My son just showed me about a week ago. So
Corey's got a debit card in 2020. So.
I'm behind in the time.
So if I can't put my card in there and put my PIN number, that's not me. But now my guy, on the other hand, he all about Apple Pay and holding the card up like this at the gas station stuff. I ain't got time for this. Slide in there, pull it out, and go on about my business. So I called you for something, and you was like, you know what? I really should charge for this, but I'm not going to charge because it's you. And I was just talking to, I think you were talking to Kim. I'm going to start charging for this kind of stuff. But she's so giving and she shares, and she does not look for a ROI on it, at least not from me. And other people have said the same thing. She just wants to give and she just wants to help. And so now that I've spoken about him, now let's talk about you.
Okay.
So come on. I think you are an amazing person. And it takes a special person, because I feel like your targeted audience is that real estate agent that is just trying to find their way. And so you educate and you educate and you educate and you offer and you give and you give and you give. And you know that don't happen in the real estate world, because everything is like this. Like, I'm not telling you nothing because it's competition. And I hear people say this all the time. I'm not in competition with nobody. That's a lie. You are. Everybody want to make that sale because they want to make that money so their family can eat. So, but you got people who like, no, I don't want to know. But I know your targeted audience, and I think I'm spot on. I could be wrong. But you are educating. You keep educating. You keep pouring into those ladies, because there are some people who have been in real estate a year or two and may have done 5 transactions
or none
I mean,
people all the time
and
that have done nothing.
And they just don't know how to get started. But if they come to the real estate bestie and they sit down and they go into her coaching program, we getting there, y'all. Into her coaching program, she has so many tricks, so many tactics that can help you get started. Even if you have 0 transactions and you close 10 in a year, that's more than you had.
Sure. You 10x your business. Like, sometimes we think 10x mean I got to make $1 million.
No.
0 to 100,000 is 10x.
That's a lot. That is a lot. And also, you have a whole team. So sometimes people look at individuals and they think that they're just doing it all by themselves. Now, me, I have what's called a SEAL team. I have my transaction coordinator, and I have my person that handles my email marketing, that kind of stuff. I don't want any real estate agents because I've already done that, you know, but you do it. And like, oh, let's back up. Stephanie. I reached out to your wife and I'm like, hey, I need a transaction coordinator. She's like, Stephanie. And Stephanie was my transaction coordinator. She was my first transaction coordinator for a while. And so when I took a little small break from the TC stuff, and I'm like, okay, I'm ready. She's like, well, actually, I'm about to start selling full time with Rosemary. So I had to go find another TC.
Yeah.
The TC just happened to be one of my clients. She didn't work. She's staying home mom. Her husband working. I was like, hey, talk to your husband. I think, and me and Corey are still together to this day. But you keep pouring in, you keep educating, you keep sharing, because I promise you, it's going to come back to you in ways that you never, ever imagine. Yeah. And I can speak for the real estate bestie community. We appreciate you. You put us together and like start a whole, I'm not even going to call it a mastermind. It's more like a sisterhood. And not only that, we're able to bounce ideas off of each other. We've all met each other. I mean, Fancy Nancy, I've seen her on social media so many times, but sitting at the table with Fancy Nancy, can't think of her name. Golly, it starts with the L, Linnell. I think her name is Linnell. Yep. Okay. Still to this day, we're following each other on social media. I went to an event and she was there. So it's like, I'm constantly meeting people. I did not get to hear TK. Because he crushed it. Now let me tell you, I've had lunch with TK and TK's coming, but let me tell you about TK. So I didn't get a chance to meet him, but it was just something about his little spirit. And I was like, this little man is something else, and please don't take that wrong, because I shouldn't have said little man. I know.
I talked to him yesterday.
He is something else. Yeah. And so you kept saying TK, TK, TK. Well, that's what they call my kids. Tyler Kelly, Trenton Kelly. So they're TK all day. So then when somebody said TK all day, I'm like, okay, now this is too much. Yeah. So when I finally got a chance to talk to him, I said, okay, you're TK all day, but my boys are TK all day. Like you TK all, but they TK all day, Yeah. So, but keep sharing, keep giving, keep exploring. Now, this is something that I want to talk about, because this is very important. I've heard you say a number of times, I didn't get here by being in the wrong room. I got here by being in the right room. 100%. I got here by spending money and investing in myself 100%. And then running the play. So let's talk about how important it is for people to pay for what they need, because it's not always going to be free.
Yeah. That was a hard turn even for me to make, right? And I do think that for a lot of real estate agents in particular, like most of us did not come out of college like, I want to be a real estate agent, right? We came, like, real estate is our second career, and any professional development that we've had has been on somebody else's dime, right? Your company sent you to that conference or whatever. And what I've figured out is that most people have not actually invested in themselves outside of college. And for college, a lot of people got loans or your parents paid.
Right.
So you never made the actual investment. So sometimes we almost look at it like, I'm not paying them for it. No, you're investing in yourself. Yeah. And speaking of TK was the first. This is why you got to get in the right room. So the first right room is, who are you hanging out with? Who are you having dinner with? Who are you meeting? My husband met TK through another friend, and we went out to dinner. And I'll be honest, at that time, like, people intimidated me. Like, I'm a people person, but I'm like kind of sizing you up too. Like, what she thinks she got or whatever. All about me. It was all me not being confident in who I was.
Right.
But long story short, TK at that first dinner, him and his wife, we hit it out, and he looked at me and Corey. He was like, well, what books y'all reading? And we like, like, Zane? Like, what are you saying? Books? Like, what are you talking about? So immediately at that dinner, he ordered a book for us. And that book was Mind Power by John Kehoe. I forget how to say his name. I was just getting in real estate, and TK talked about turning my car into a classroom. So, like, to this day, I don't listen to music in the car. If I'm not, and I don't choose to be in the car on the phone. He calls me, even though he knows my rules. I choose to listen to podcasts. I choose to listen to Audible books because I want to learn.
Right.
When I turned a corner and just figured out that, yeah, you can have like, everybody want a mentor. Really, what they're saying is, I want to suck you dry for nothing. But when I have invested in coaching, when I have invested in masterminds, when I have invested in going to conferences, what you are really paying for is to be exposed to a different level of thinking, right? And changing your thinking can change your life.
Right.
And yes, you can have a mentor, but like I have people who mentor me, but there's no skin in the game.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I have a coach that I've paid almost $50,000. But guess what? When I send her a message, she's going to respond. Why? Because we are in a contractual relationship. My mentor, I have people that, you know, I quote unquote mentor. Yeah, I will answer a question, but it's so much different than when you're sitting in front of me and when we are like masterminding and like actually going after a skill and tackling it and unpacking it. And when we get the mentality that this is an investment in self, it is a complete game changer. And also, like, let's take the person out. There's something to be said, like, when you think I'm worth it, right? Yeah. When I met my coach, I knew she was dope. Like, I was like, man, this is exactly what I need. And she's not a real estate coach. She's just an overall business coach. But then when I saw her price, I was like, oh, God bless her. But you know what? It wasn't about her and her number because I knew she was the right person. It's Rosemary. Do you believe in yourself to invest this level, you know, to make this level of investment? Like, do I believe I'm going to follow through? Do I believe that I'm going to not just, you know, take the information in and not do anything with it? So the investment actually has pushed me. That's why you see Real Estate Bestie Retreat. Because I'd be damned if I pay somebody $50,000 and not see the fruits of that investment. But that's just like the minuscule thing that investing in coaching has done. So the big thing though is everybody is a coach, right? You know, everybody, like there's so many different programs. There's so much low hanging fruit. I do think that we need to be discerning on number one, what do you want to do? Because I have invested in coaching that the coach wasn't bad, but I didn't have clarity on really what I wanted to do. Right. Or I was just going off of what somebody else was doing. Right. And the coach wasn't a good fit for where I was at the time. Absolutely. So you do need to have some clarity on like, what do you really want? Like, I have somebody who was coaching me to have like a mega team. And I'm like, I don't really want that. Right. Yeah. Right. So why am I investing in this coach that her whole MO is teaching me to have 100 agent call center when nothing in, like, when I look at the vision of my life, that's not, yes, that works for some people, but it doesn't work for me. Right. So I do think that a lot of times we do waste money on investing in the things because we haven't really sat down and thought through what we really want in our life. Right. Right. So you just can't say coaching is bad when you chose the wrong one. Right. But once you get clear on it, there should be somebody who's going ahead of you that you can go to. And sometimes you got to pay for it. Sometimes you don't. In every area of my life where I want to be, I have somebody that I'm looking forward to. Right. That I can go to. Right. Right. And we're not afraid to pay money. And as a matter of fact, you know, Corey and I have talked about, we really, like, a desire of our heart is to create a mastermind for entrepreneurial couples because we know so many people that feel like they have to trade the true nature of being connected to their spouse for their business. And we have made that decision that we're not going to do that. And we have lived our life like that. But we see, like, we just found out somebody we know is getting a divorce. And a lot of times people throw in the towel because you haven't had the proper support and guidance. And then when you go through this thing, you feel like you're the only one. But guess what? A lot of other people went through it too. They just ain't talking about it. They're not talking about what they really went through and how they really overcame it. So I'm preaching, but you know. Yeah, we know. That's what you do. That's what you do.
Okay, well, I guess what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to see how well y'all really know each other.
Oh, okay. Let's good luck, Corey.
Okay.
Let's go.
What's Rosemary's favorite color? Pink. Okay. What's his favorite color?
I mean, blue, maybe.
Blue.
Okay. All right. What time did y'all get married?
Oh, good luck, Corey. I know.
Okay. We got married in Dominican.
Okay. Has nothing to do with the time.
Wait, but I'm stalling. I'm stalling. August 4th. I want to say 3 p.m.
So close, but not right.
No.
4 p.m.
4 p.m. Okay. What is one of her pet peeves?
Oh, the biggest one is me not coming to bed at night. I'm a YouTube guy.
You up all night?
I'm better than I used to be. But I end every night learning something on YouTube.
Okay.
Or researching something.
All right.
That is true. I threaten to break up with him almost every morning. Like, you know what? If I'm asleep in the bed by myself, I might as well be by myself.
So now my cutoff is about midnight, 12, 12:30. I'm in the bed. She sleep at 10.
Oh, yeah. I'm in the bed by 7:38. Yeah. I really need to get my life together because I'm like, okay, I'm done for the day. Shower, bed, and I may be with my phone, but like sometimes I'm knocked out at 8:00. Yeah. And I mean, I'm just I don't have anything to do.
At 9:00, she puts her phone in the workout room.
In another room.
In another room.
Really?
Yeah. And at 10 o'clock, it's lights out.
That's a coaching thing for me. Like, I do 3, 2, 1. 3 hours before bedtime, stop eating. 2 hours, stop working. 1 hour, remove technology. Yep. Because I'm not going to sleep thinking about your life.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I have 2 phones. Yeah. This one right here, it goes in the nightstand, probably around 7 o'clock, I'm done. If it's an emergency, I may take a shower, get ready to get into bed and check and see, like, make sure nobody's house is on fire or something like that, but other than that, I'm asleep, it's time for me to go to bed. And that was one of the hardest things for me to learn, because that year that I sold 63 houses and then 56 and then 40, like I'm done. Yeah. Like I'm done. And like in September, that's when I really got burnt out. And I was just like you, like, I'm done with this. Yeah. Like, let me just go find me an 8 to 5. And then I started fooling myself because the supervisor got to tell me when to clock in and clock out. Yep. My kids are grown, but I can't do this and I can't do that. And I was like, you're just going to have to fight through this. Mm-hmm. Like, you are literally going to have to fight through this. But September, I was just like, you talked about it at the retreat, like, I'm done. Yeah. I'm completely done. So, all right. Tell me where y'all going on vacation.
You know what?
That is hilarious. Because this is the first year since COVID
that we are chilling. We literally normally we have several things on the books, but this year, I feel like, let me tell you something. We vacation so much.
Every month we were gone for 2 years.
Yeah. Like tricking money off. Like, we're not gonna talk about that. But we couldn't even enjoy where we were because we had somewhere coming up. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So this year we're just really like just kind of being loose with it. So we just booked this morning to go home to go see family next week.
Yeah, I got 2 cousins. One graduated from Harvard.
Nice.
And the other graduated from Hampton.
Ah. And I hope they're not watching this because it's supposed to be a surprise.
Well, they might watch it. But you know what it was though? Seriously, my cousin sent us both a text last night about them having a graduation party together.
Oh, that's
and
good.
I woke up with it on my mind. I was like, that is a big deal.
That is a huge deal.
Yeah, so we plan to go to that.
Yeah. But I mean, we'll go somewhere we go somewhere every year for our anniversary. Yeah. So we'll go somewhere, but I think that this year we're not necessarily planning. We just go like vibes. We just go see where we go. Yeah. But yeah.
I love it. I love it. Okay, y'all. So they're here. I have them here with y'all. Look at these braids. Here we go. Okay. So they're here. Corey and Rosemary Lewis. Let me get it right. They are some phenomenal people, y'all, and they are very giving. They will share with you as much as they can. Mm-hmm. But if you have any questions, or if you are that real estate agent that needs help, you don't know where to go, she's your girl. If you are that investor, which I'm going to link up with him at some point. I don't want to be his real estate agent though, but I'm going to link up with him at some point just to figure out how I can get to 52 doors, because that is a big deal. Yeah. That is a huge deal. It's some people that can't get past 4 or 5 doors. Mm-hmm. So you're doing something right. And especially if you're doing it in DFW and all over the state of Texas, or wherever I don't know where all you are, that's a big deal. Mm-hmm. So shout out to the Lewises. Yay. I appreciate y'all coming in to the Monica Kelly Show. And I look forward to seeing y'all somewhere soon.
Yeah. This was fun. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, can I say one last thing for agents? One thing about the Real Estate Bestie community is that we send out a weekly devotional for real estate agents. So if you would like to get that free Devo, because listen, like I say, if we try to say how great our business is, but not include who God is and how he just really governs everything, it's nothing. So rosemarylewis.com/Devo, and you can get the devotional to you.
Okay. anything. Oh, give them your contact information because she is a licensed real estate agent. So give them your contact information on how they can reach you if they want to buy or sell.
Okay, yay. You can reach me at rosemarylewis.com, LEWIS. You can just click the buyer or seller link. And my cell phone number, okay, 469-262-9508. I do have to say that is for clients, besties. I love y'all, but hit me in the DMs.
Okay. All right. Thank y'all so much for joining us. I hope y'all have a safe weekend, and I'll see y'all soon. Not next week, but the following week. Bye now.
Bye.
See ya.